7 Secrets to Mastering Self-Discipline for Success. Napoleon Hill's Proven Methods. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve extraordinary success while others, with the same resources, remain stuck in mediocrity? What's the difference between those who thrive and those who merely survive? Here's the truth. It's not talent, luck, or intelligence. It's discipline, self-discipline. And the good news? It's not something you're born with. It's something you can master. Stay with me until the end of this talk, because today we're diving deep into the transformative power of self-discipline, as laid out by one of the greatest minds in personal development, Napoleon Hill. By the end, you'll not only understand the principles that create unshakable self-discipline, but you'll also walk away with actionable steps to start mastering your mind and your life. The foundation of success, Napoleon Hill once said, self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do. Let's pause on that for a moment. Are you in control of your thoughts, or are they in control of you? We all have that inner dialogue, don't we? The voice that whispers doubt, fear, or procrastination. But here's the thing. Thoughts are not just random. They're the seeds of action. If you plant seeds of negativity, what will grow? Exactly, chaos, failure, and regret. But if you cultivate empowering thoughts, you're planting the seeds of success, resilience, and fulfillment. Napoleon Hill also wrote, "Your mental attitude is the only thing you have complete control over." Think about that, the only thing. You can't control the weather, other people's actions, or the past, but your thoughts, those are yours. So ask yourself, what kind of seeds have you been planting lately? And what kind of harvest are you expecting? The philosopher James Allen wrote in As a Man Thinketh, "You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you." Think of someone like Thomas Edison, who faced over 1,000 failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. His unwavering focus on success, even through failures, showcases the power of disciplined thought. Scientific research has supported this connection between thought patterns and success. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a growth mindset, those who believe abilities and intelligence can be developed, tend to achieve higher levels of success. For example, students who believed they could improve their intelligence through effort scored significantly better on standardized tests over time. This aligns with Hill's belief that mastery of thoughts is a prerequisite for achievement. The Greek philosopher Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This idea resonates deeply with modern psychology. For instance, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, focuses on changing patterns of thought and behavior to achieve emotional and psychological well-being. Imagine replacing every self-defeating thought with an empowering one. Over time, this shift creates a foundation for success. Furthermore, renowned psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck expanded on this concept in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. She emphasized that individuals who adopt a growth mindset tend to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. For instance, athletes who reframe failures as learning experiences often outperform those who view setbacks as permanent defeats. This idea ties directly into Hill's philosophy that our thoughts shape our reality. The battle within. But, and here's the kicker, even when you understand this, the battle doesn't end. Why? Because discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And let's face it, most of the time, you won't feel like it. That's when the real work begins. Think about this. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many dreams, goals, or even life changes have been postponed because you're waiting for the right moment or the perfect motivation? Here's a secret. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline? That's enduring. Napoleon Hill put it perfectly. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. So what will you make of it? A groundbreaking study from Stanford University on delayed gratification, known as the marshmallow test, revealed the power of discipline. In this study, children were given a choice: eat 1 marshmallow immediately, or wait 15 minutes and receive 2 marshmallows. Years later, researchers found that children who delayed gratification achieved higher academic success, better health, and greater emotional stability. This demonstrates how self-control, even in small decisions, creates a ripple effect of positive outcomes. Robin Sharma once said, "Small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results." Imagine planting a tree. You don't see the growth immediately, but day by day, with water and sunlight, it grows into something mighty. Similarly, discipline requires consistent effort before you reap the rewards. The 26th U.S. President, Theodore Roosevelt, famously stated, "With self-discipline, almost anything is possible." Roosevelt's life is a testament to this principle. As a sickly child, he chose to transform his life through rigorous exercise, eventually becoming one of the most robust and influential leaders in history. His journey proves that discipline isn't about perfection, but persistence. A modern example of this principle can be seen in the life of Serena Williams. Widely regarded as one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Williams often credits her discipline for her success. Despite setbacks, injuries, and personal challenges, she maintained an unwavering commitment to practice and improvement. Her story echoes Roosevelt's sentiment that persistence and self-discipline can make the impossible achievable. The power of a decision. Napoleon Hill said, "The starting point of all achievement is desire. But desire alone is not enough. Desire must be backed by decision. Decision is the spark that ignites action." Let me give you an example. Think of a rocket. Before it takes off, there's a moment of ignition. A moment when the potential energy turns into unstoppable force. That's what a decision does. It's not passive, it's active. It's the moment you say, "Enough is enough," and you draw a line in the sand. Hill also emphasized, successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often. So what decision are you delaying right now? What's the one thing you've been procrastinating on, waiting for the right time? Here's your sign. The time is now. In behavioral psychology, research on decision fatigue explains why making choices becomes harder as the day progresses. Studies show that when individuals structure their day to make important decisions early, they're more likely to follow through. For instance, successful CEOs often plan critical tasks in the morning, preserving energy for disciplined action throughout the day. Motivational speaker Mel Robbins introduced the concept of the 5-second rule in her TED Talk. She explained that when you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds, or your brain will kill the idea. This method encourages immediate action, preventing procrastination. Robbins' rule aligns with Hill's idea of quick decision-making and demonstrates how taking swift action can disrupt hesitation. Author Stephen Covey, in his classic The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, "I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions." Let that sink in. You are not defined by where you come from, but by the choices you make every single day. Covey's habit of begin with the end in mind aligns perfectly with Hill's emphasis on decision-making. Imagine starting each day with a clear vision of your goals and taking deliberate steps to achieve them. This clarity not only reduces overwhelm, but also strengthens your discipline. Turning discipline into a habit. Now let's get practical. How do you take this newfound understanding and turn it into a way of life? Here are a few action items for you. 1. Start with small wins. Discipline is like a muscle. You don't start by lifting 300 pounds, you start small. Commit to one action you can take today that aligns with your goals. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier, drinking more water, or saying no to distractions for 1 hour. Small wins build momentum. 2. Leverage the power of routine. Routine minimizes decision fatigue. Create a schedule that supports your priorities. For example, set aside the same time every day to work on your most important goals. The more automatic it becomes, the less willpower it requires. 3. Set clear goals. Vague goals produce vague results. Write down exactly what you want to achieve and break it into actionable steps. If you want to save $10,000 this year, calculate how much that means monthly, weekly, and daily. Clarity breeds action. 4. Eliminate temptations. If you're trying to focus, turn off notifications. If you're trying to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. Make the disciplined choice the easiest choice. 5. Visualize the outcome. Spend 5 minutes every morning visualizing yourself achieving your goals. Imagine how it feels, what it looks like, and who you become in the process. This mental rehearsal programs your mind for success. Napoleon Hill advised, "Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Use this daily practice to align your thoughts with your aspirations. In Atomic Habits, James Clear emphasizes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Think about that. If you set up systems that make discipline automatic, success becomes inevitable. The power of habit is illustrated by Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, who followed an identical pre-race routine before every event. This consistency minimized distractions and allowed him to perform at his peak, no matter the circumstances. His success serves as a reminder that routines are not mundane. They're a foundation for greatness. Resilience, the ultimate discipline. But, and this is important, what happens when you fail? Because failure is inevitable. It's part of the process. The key is to reframe failure not as a dead end but as feedback. Failure says, "Here's what didn't work. Now adjust and try again." Napoleon Hill reminds us, every adversity, every failure, every heartbreak carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Take a moment to let that sink in. Have you ever looked back at a setback and realized it was actually a setup for something greater? That's the power of resilience, to see obstacles as opportunities. Hill also wrote, "Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle." Action item. Next time you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what's the lesson here? How can I grow from this? J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series, once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all." Let her journey remind you that resilience turns failure into fuel for greatness. A 2015 study in Frontiers in Psychology examined resilience in high-performing athletes. Researchers found that athletes who viewed setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning were more likely to achieve long-term success. For example, Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps often attributed his resilience to a mindset that turned failures into motivation to improve his technique and strategy. Another powerful example is Walt Disney, who was fired from his first job for lacking creativity. Imagine that. Instead of giving up, he persisted and went on to build one of the most imaginative and successful entertainment empires in history. His resilience is a testament to Hill's philosophy of turning adversity into opportunity. Accountability. The secret weapon. Discipline doesn't thrive in isolation. Find an accountability partner, mentor, or community that supports your growth. Share your goals with someone who will hold you to them. Why? Because when you're accountable to someone else, you're far less likely to give up. Action item. Reach out to one person today and share your goal. Ask them to check in with you weekly or monthly. Psychologist Dr. Gail Matthews conducted a study that found people who wrote down their goals and shared them with a friend were 76% more likely to achieve them. This highlights the power of external accountability in driving internal discipline. Reinforcing the discipline habit. Finally, let's talk about reinforcement. Celebrate your progress. Every time you stick to your discipline, reward yourself, not with distractions, but with something that fuels your growth. This could be as simple as acknowledging your effort or treating yourself to something meaningful. Action item. Create a reward system for yourself. For every week you stick to your plan, do something that brings you joy. Napoleon Hill said, "Do not wait. The time will never be just right." Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Reinforcement also works through self-reflection. Take time to journal your achievements, no matter how small. This practice not only keeps you motivated but also builds self-awareness and gratitude for the progress you've made. Your call to action. So now I'll ask you, what's the one thing you'll commit to today? Is it waking up earlier, eliminating a bad habit, focusing on your most important goal? Whatever it is, take action today. Don't wait. And here's the next step. If this talk resonated with you, let us know. Did you learn something new? Did a specific idea hit home for you? Drop it in the comments, and while you're at it, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and like this video. Why? Because it helps us reach more people like you. people who are ready to take control of their lives. And it ensures you never miss another empowering message. If there's a topic you'd love for us to cover, something that could help make this world a better place, let us know in the comments. Together, we're creating a ripple effect of growth and transformation. Remember, self-discipline isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the person you're meant to be. So go out there and master your mind. Your best life is waiting.